Hi, welcome to this tutorial, and today we will understand the eraser tool. So let's go forward and understand the eraser tool. Eraser tool basically changes pixels to either the background color or to the transparent. Now, eraser, as the name suggests, it's erasing anything, any subject from your background. So when you select E, which is the hotkey for eraser tool, you can remove things from the background. You can simply erase it like a paint. But if there is a working background layer behind it, then you will get the background, and if there is no layer behind your image that you're working on, then you will get the transparent pixels. Otherwise, the pixels are erased to transparency like I just told you. So let's move ahead and understand the eraser tool better. Let's dive in. The eraser tool in Photoshop lets you wipe out things from an image, like a normal image. Let's think about a paper and a pencil, and you do something and start using the eraser. What does it do? It basically wipes out the image, and what you see is the background, the underlying image, the paper beneath it. In Photoshop, it works just the same. Whenever I use the eraser tool, it's going to give me the underlying image. In case of a background, it gives me nothing because basically there is nothing behind it. This is my background layer. So if I start painting, to paint it, I'm going to select E. So E is my shortcut for the eraser, as the name goes, or I selected here in the eraser tool. The eraser tool has three parts: the eraser tool, the background eraser, and the magic eraser, which will be covered in the following tutorials. Let's talk about the simple eraser tool. Now when I start painting, it paints with my background color. And why is it slowly going and it's not being hard? Because my flow is less. So I'm going to come back to it, and often I'm just showing that it's not actually doing what I wanted. I'm going to do a Control Alt Z to tell you that it's actually my background layer. I'm going to do a Control J, or I'm just going to bring my background over here, dragging it over here, and have a copy. And now I am going to delete my background layer, and now when I do it, it's actually removing it. So it's basically showing me my background pixel. So now this is not my background layer. I have no background. Whatever I have is a transparent pixels. And now when I remove, I have the picture layer beneath it, which is the background layer. So always remember one thing: the eraser tool does not work on the background layer because it is the background. So what will it give it back to you? Eraser tool has these different modes: the brush and the pencil, which works that's the same, and the block tool. Now, if you're more handy with this type of tool, or you have a hard-edged image, you can go with the block tool. I'm going to do Control Alt Z because it's not what I want. And the brush tool, if I select, works just like a normal brush tool. So to look further, you can go back to our tutorial on brush tool and learn about this tool. So if I reduce the opacity of this, and I'm going to hide the underlying layer to show you the effect, and now when I remove, it's going to go slow, it's not going to remove it properly. Again, Control Alt Z, and with the flow, it actually removes slowly, like I just showed you. It will not just, it's going to build up. It's not going to just completely go. So it's really good to have some amazing effects to increase the flow. Now I'm going to go back to normal because I am actually showing you what all you can do. Again, I Control Alt Z, and you can also go and change the size, increase the size of my brush. This can also be done by just clicking the right brackets and the left brackets to reduce. You can also change the hardness. Again, if you want a harder brush, you can keep your shift key pressed and you will have a harder brush. Now, going back to my image, I'm going to do Control Z. This is not what I wanted. Now what I want is I want to make a copy of these tomatoes and just press it over. So I'm going to take my quick selection tool. So a quick selection tool also works just like a brush tool. The brush tool is very popular. The eraser tool works like this. The quick selection. So I'm just painting over. I'm just keeping my key pressed and I'm painting over. I'm not doing a very precise copy because I'm just showing you what all eraser tool can do. I'm going to click here to the move tool. By pressing Alt, I'm going to make these copies of this, and my intention was to have much more tomatoes than earlier. So I'm just pressing Alt. I've selected this tomato by the quick selection tool. You can go ahead and see the selection videos and learn how can you make selections through this tutorials. And I'm just making a bunch of tomatoes here to look at to add more tomatoes. Now what I have realized is somehow that I wish I had not done it. I feel that I want to get rid of these tomatoes. They are becoming too many. What I can do is I can go ahead and make my background layer visible. I can do a Control D or Command D to actually deselect my selection. I can do the E eraser tool, and start rubbing off. Now, this is not giving me the background pixel because actually my background is here, the actual image. So it's actually just rubbing off from the current picture, whatever I've done. And it's so I can go fast also if I do not like it because I'm not going to disturb my actual layer. It's just there. It's the background. I'm just deleting from my current layer. So eraser tool can be very powerful and you can have multiple effects. You can just precisely remove what you want to remove. You can change the brush size, the opacity, the flow, and can have amazing options. So let's go forward in our further tutorial where we will learn about the Magic Eraser tool and the background tool.